Welcome to World of Warships with ex-Brad TC. Today, Lieutenant Rusty goes on a killing spree in the Tier 5 Kamikaze. Lieutenant Rusty, myself, that's me up ahead there, and our friend Grumpwagon went out in a division all in Tier 5 Japanese destroyers. I'm in the Kamikaze, and Rusty and Grump are both in the Kamikaze, the premium Tier 5 Japanese destroyer. Very similar capabilities. Rounds out, we've detected a enemy destroyer, and we're going to start launching torpedoes. I'm starting to boogie back. I am not going to last very long in this fight. I'm going to be killed rather quickly. I'm the first of the division to die. And everybody knows at Tier 5, the Japanese destroyers are torpedo boats. They rely on speed and stealth and a long-range torpedo fire to score their kills. That's generally true. It's not always true, however. There goes Grump across Rusty's bow. He's going to launch. Rusty's going to launch. I'll let you in on a secret. None of these are going to hit anything. But since Rusty's guns are pointed at the destroyer, which I believe that one's in my hand, might as well engage. Took out his engines, set him on fire. Well, that was Grump. I'm shooting at that one too. We want to get in there and start attacking the enemy's cruisers and their battleships, their capital ships. You can't do it because the destroyers keep spotting you. And when they spot you, not only do they shoot at you, they also reveal your position to the enemy cruisers, who tend to be the ones that actually kill the destroyers. So our division has been placing quite a bit of fire on that destroyer. And there's not just one destroyer over there. There's 3 destroyers. There's a Mahan and 2 Nicholases. Rusty dodges the Mahan's torpedoes handily. We've already lost a cruiser. Rounds out. The destroyers keep popping in and out. We had initially dashed over here. We were trying to seize A, the cap point for A, and couldn't quite get there in time. You'll notice there I go. I'm dead. I just sank. Rusty's getting some rounds out on this one. And of course, Rusty's not the only one to have scored hits on this destroyer. But he is going to sink this destroyer very shortly. And he's actually going to do something rather amazing in terms of a Japanese destroyer sinking American destroyers. He's going to sink 3 of them, and he's going to do all of it with guns. There's Rusty going by my sinking hull. So that's 1 down. Launch torpedoes again. Not going to hit anything. Dodge torpedoes. That Mahan he just sank fired those right before he went down. In fact, when I first watched, I couldn't figure out why the Mahan wasn't shooting at him with his excellent 5-inch guns. It's because he was lining up a torpedo shot. Well, there's some rounds into the Nicholas. Start a fire. Put out his engines. A few more shells. Every little bit of damage adds up very quickly on destroyers. And the Japanese destroyer guns are generally considered terrible. And that's mostly because they have a very, very slow rotation rate. It takes forever for them to come to bear on the target. They also have a very long reloading time, something like 6 seconds to reload. Whereas American destroyers, by the time you finish firing a broadside, it's pretty much ready to go again. But the actual ballistics, they have a nice flat trajectory, and they do very good damage when they hit. Take a look at that. Just took away a quarter of his health with 1 barrage. So that's 2. For those of you keeping score at home. Grump's having a bit of a problem over there. He's not... Oh, yeah. Grumpwagon is dead. So Rusty's all alone over here. And by all alone, I mean He is all alone. The cruiser that was over here supporting us has boogied out. On the plus side, the only destroyer left over here is badly damaged. So Rusty is going to make short work of him. Again, very surprising. This is a U.S. destroyer. It should be fighting back with his guns, not worried about his torpedoes so much. But he's not. He's not even shooting. There we go. Get some rounds out at Rusty. But too little, too late. That's 3. 3 destroyers polished off with guns. Not a single torpedo hit from anybody in our division so far. There's a USS Texas and a Japanese Nagato-class battleship. Rusty's launched on the Texas, but he's been detected. So the Texas is going to maneuver, and those are going to miss. Never fear. Torpedoes reload rather rapidly on the Kamikaze, and Rusty is going to reattack. The Texas, a very good battleship, but it has terrible secondary armament. As I recall, it only has something like 3 guns on each side. So Rusty's going to go ahead and reattack. He's going to close the distance here a little bit. 1 salvo out, 2, 3 salvos of 2 torpedoes each. The Texas apparently is preoccupied with a gun duel with somebody else. He isn't paying a lot of attention. Watch this. Oh, there we go. And just about dead, and the flooding's going to polish him off. He's dead. That's his first torpedo strike of the battle. But what do we have over here? The Nagato. Similarly, very close range. A little bit better secondary battery. He's doing some damage to Rusty, but Rusty is closing the distance. And full broadside of torpedoes on him. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 torpedoes. Devastating strike and unleash the Kraken. A few minutes later, Rusty has managed to actually swing around, cap the enemy's base at, I want to say C, and he is closing in on this badly damaged New Mexico. He's obviously lining up for a torpedo attack. The New Mexico is being engaged by one of our battleships, and he is deep in the hurt locker. And Rusty wants to get a piece of this before it's over. Using the island to shield his approach, to keep from being detected, he wants to close to point-blank range. And to avoid any secondary battery fire from the New Mexico until the last possible minute, trying to conserve his health. Comes around. While he's waiting to close the distance, because he's got to get in fairly close because the New Mexico's running away. He's got to get closer than the nominal torpedo range. Might as well. He's detected. Might as well start a fire or two. Start just whittling away at the New Mexico. The Mexico's coming about. Rusty sees his chance for the shot. Torpedoes away. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. 300 something health left. Rusty is just pounding away with his guns. Secondary batteries coming in, and gets the kill with guns on a battleship. To be sure, most of the damage was done by somebody else, and Rusty just ninja'd that kill. But still, hey, a kill's a kill. That is 6 kills. 3 destroyers, 3 battleships. 4 with guns, 2 with a devastating strike by the torpedoes. Rusty would have probably been able to run down and sink this last remaining battleship, the Congo over there. Unfortunately for him, his team reached 1,000 points on cap points, and he just had to settle for 6 kills. 527,000 points, 6,600 XP, 300 something Free XP, Unleash Kraken, Devastating Strike ×2, 36 gun hits, 9 torpedo hits, 3 incaps, 6 sinkings, 2 fires, 6 floodings, defended the base, and captured the base twice, as well as completing some missions. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not surprisingly, Rusty came in, top of the team. 2,387 base experience points in a Tier 5 ship. That's pretty darn good. Our own contribution was somewhat rather more modest. So pretty much everything Rusty shot at, he sank. 13,000 damage points with high explosive shells. And I can't quite read that. It's about 89,000 damage from the torpedoes. Pretty darn impressive. So it's fairly common when Rusty and I division up first thing in the evening, our first run, we do tend to take out the Tier 5 Japanese destroyers. He's just a little killing machine in the things, and almost always seems to have a very good round. That's it for tonight, and we will catch you later. Thanks for watching.